Hey there, folks. By God, so good to see you again, my goodness. We got a fun one for you today, and a little less rapey, a little less ultra-murdery. This one set in the 19th century and has a bit of a ghostly flair. We got people with names that you wouldn't hear outside of a fantasy novel, and we're going to West Virginia where we're exhuming corpses out of cemeteries. By God, we're talking about the Greenbrier Ghost. Or Greenbrier Ghost, depending on how you want to pronounce words. Nevertheless, we hope you enjoy this ghost story, and drink up, drive home safe, and let's get right into it. I'm John, and I am Kat, who's currently playing The Outer Worlds and ignoring me completely, which is just as well because I'm playing Skyrim and ignoring her, and all we do is drink and look at each other every so often. And this is Aghast. Well, hi there, good friends. Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
I'm sitting here with Norm MacDonald.
Hey, how's it going? Fucking cum in your mouth.
And we have our guest podcaster, Jack the cat.
Yeah. Nope, she's showing us her butthole. Fair enough. That's what I say. And we're drinking whiskey and wine.
Not together, separately.
But we did find out that there's quite a bit of fluoride in wine, so now we're ultra concerned.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and find something, an alternative.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless you can identify it, let us know in the comments if you know wines that don't have as high of a fluoride content. That would be super swell. Now that it has been revealed that fluoride actually reduces the IQ of children and, increases your chances of getting arthritis and a whole bunch of other shit. But it makes your teeth nicer. Fucking bullshit.
I wonder if that's why my back has been hurting so much, over the last years. I'm just giving myself osteoarthritis.
Yeah.
With the wine.
Because you do drink it like it's water. You drink a lot of it.
Well, that's what Jesus taught us.
Yeah.
It's Jesus' fucking blood.
Catholic school.
It's his blood. It's only the blood of our Lord. Okay, well, what do we got here today?
We have a cool story.
Nice, all right.
Bit of a paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal-asis.
Yeah. So it probably doesn't require a disclaimer, so we can skip that this week.
No, I always include a disclaimer because I have to. It's tradition. So cue the fucking music. All right, folks. We here at Castbox have a lighter touch to true crime. The lightest touch you could possibly imagine. We are like that finger that you stick in your mouth, 3 knuckles deep, almost the entire fucking finger, and you swish around your mouth, make sure that it's well lubed up with all kinds of saliva, and then you approach your husband as he's trying to play video games. He's just quietly playing video games, minding his own business. He's a good husband. He provides. He pets the cats as they walk by, but you have to be that wife. And you sneak up behind him, and you shove your fucking long fingernailed, dripping wet with gooey fucking saliva mixed with chocolatey bits from a Ferrero Rocher, and you shove that in his ear. Swirl it around his earlobe, and you pull it back.
That's what we call a wet willy.
And you look at your finger afterwards, and you notice a little yellow speck.
Ew.
And you think to yourself, could that have been that bit of Ferrero Rocher that I did not eat? That came from my mouth? Or could it have been a waxy, hairy discharge from my husband's increasingly hairy ear as he gets older? And you think, well, fuck it. You know what? I don't want to wipe my hands on my furniture or my pants, or leggings rather, or my cat, so I'm going to and you pop it right back in your mouth and...
No.
And there you have it, folks. You just ate your husband's earwax. And deservedly so. We are that wax of podcasts shoved into the saliva-ridden ear of true crime. And the reason we have to have this air of levity is because true crime sucks. It always has, it always will. Don't fool yourself. And we need to go to fucking work. so we can't be riddled with depression. So if you are not a fan of making fun of and belittling and ridiculing murderers, rapists, their shitty families that created them, and all the other bastards who helped them do what they did and made it easier for them to do what they did, if you don't like that, then you're a clown and a fool and an idiot, and you probably bought the most recent player's handbook from Dungeons and Dragons because you're just so excited for their inclusivity fucking chapters. You're a piece of shit.
And their safe symbol.
Yeah, their safe symbol. X, safe symbol. Oh, don't want to hear about fighting. Fucking pieces of trash. For the rest of you, you're kind, and you're gentle, and you're sincere, and you're generous, and you enjoyed the Christmas season. And we welcome you. And we hope that you enjoy our episode, and that whatever you're looking for, you get it out of us. And god damn it, just sit back, enjoy, bless your hearts, drink up, and drive home safely.
I would like to point out, I do give wet willies on a regular basis, but I've never popped the finger back in my mouth.
All these disclaimers come from true life stories.
Yeah, right.
True life, first person witnessed. Mm-hmm. They actually fucking happened.
Yeah, right. The wet willies happen.
Okay. Let's get on with the goddamn show, you goddamn bitch.
Today we're diving into a case that merges the world of crime and the paranormal. We're talking about the Greenbrier Ghost today.
What do you say, that's Briar or Breer? The Greenbrier Ghost.
A Greenbrier?
Folks, what do you think? The internet won't tell us. How would you pronounce this fucking word?
The internet probably will very easily and quickly tell us.
Get your breasts out of my face.
Imagine a case where the key witness was the victim herself.
Wow.
Testifying from beyond the grave. It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but in the 19th century, this spine-tingling tale unfolded in rural West Virginia.
Rural? West Virginia.
Today we'll explore...
Oklahoma.
We don't have the rights. Shut up. Today we'll explore the tragic death of Zona Heister Shue.
Wow.
Whose story...
How is there someone in the 19th century with the first name Zona?
Yeah.
In Western Virginia. West Virginia.
Her story became known as the Greenbrier Ghost.
Well, thank goodness that's what her story became, because that's what we're talking about today. Jesus.
Greenbrier? I want to say Briar.
Because Briar sounds more fun than Breer.
Greenbrier County, West Virginia, in 1897 was a quiet, close-knit community tucked away in the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, close-knit Appalachian Mountains? That means there was incest.
The people here were simple folk,
Yeah.
living off the land and following a rhythm of life that hadn't changed much in decades. But in January of that year, something would happen that would forever alter the peaceful town. Something that involved both a tragic death and an unlikely witness. At the center of this story is Elva Zona Heister, a young woman who had recently married a blacksmith named Erasmus Stribling Trout Shue. Drink for that.
Holy shit. Yeah, drink for every fucking goddamn syllable in that name. What a brilliant fucking name.
But
that guy belongs in like a fantasy novel.
But he was better known as Edward Shue.
Yeah, sure he was.
The couple seemed happy at first, but as we'll soon discover, appearances can be deceiving. On January 23rd, 1897, Zona's lifeless body was found at her home by a young boy who had been sent by her husband on an errand. The boy ran for help, and a local doctor, Dr. George W. Knapp, was summoned to examine her body.
What was the errand that this local boy had to do?
I'm sure that got lost among the storytellings.
You know, when you hear stuff like that, like, it makes you really think, you know what? When I play Skyrim and someone's like, I trust you, can you deliver this to the Jarl? It's like, that must have happened.
For sure.
I can't be bothered. Can you go fucking fetch my wife and, give her this note?
It could. Yeah, my mom used to be given a note for, like, the corner store when they sold booze back then in the corner store. And it would say, hi, Phil, please give my daughter a packet of Pall Malls and a fifth of whiskey. And it would be signed by my grandma, and my mom would just pay for it and leave with it.
Sorry, that's just because your mom is ancient and she grew up in Nova Scotia. Like,
no, she did. She came here when she was 2.
She
did not grow up there.
But she's like a real old old fart.
She's in her 70s.
Like, really, like, God. You can smell the age on her.
When Dr. Knapp arrived, Zona's body was already laid out on the bed, dressed in a high-necked dress with a stiff collar.
Hey, one does like a stiff collar, eh?
Her husband, Edward Shue, was visibly distraught and inconsolable. His grief-stricken behavior was odd, though. He cradled Zona's head in his arms, refusing to allow the doctor to examine her thoroughly.
Sounds like he went to acting school.
At the time, deaths from unknown causes were often attributed to natural causes, especially in rural areas. Dr. Knapp noted some minor bruising on Zona's neck, but Shue's erratic behavior and insistence on moving quickly through the examination made it difficult for the doctor to investigate any further. Ultimately, Zona's death was attributed to everlasting faint, essentially a heart attack.
Everlasting faint. That is way more romantic than heart attack.
Yeah.
Way better than cardiac arrest. Oh, what did Aunt Flo suffer from? Oh, an everlasting faint. She just,
fainted, everlasted.
Fainted away.
Everlastingly.
Disappeared like a fart in the wind.
Zona was buried a few days later at the local cemetery on January 24th, but the case wasn't closed. Far from it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Now here's where the story takes a chilling turn.
Yeah, get a fucking frock on. It's going to get chilly in here.
Not long after Zona's burial, her mother, Mary Jane Heister, began to experience strange and vivid dreams, or rather, visitations.
Oh my God.
In these dreams, she claimed Zona's ghost appeared before her multiple times, explaining how she'd been murdered by her husband, Edward Shue. According to Mary Jane, Zona's spirit told her that Edward was an abusive man, and that on the night of her death, he became enraged after she hadn't prepared dinner to his liking. In a fit of fury, Shue had strangled her, breaking her neck.
Jesus, like, it's one thing to strangle someone, just just breaking her neck while you're doing it, like, crack. Like, that seems crazy over dinner.
The ghost of Zona even demonstrated how her neck had been twisted, and it was said that Mary Jane saw the ghost turn its head completely around, revealing the broken neck.
Oh my God, this is crazy. She was like fucking met by Beetlejuice.
Whether out of grief, suspicion, or an unshakable belief in her dreams, Mary Jane Heister was convinced her daughter had been murdered. She went to the local prosecutor, John Preston, and pleaded for an investigation. At first, Preston was very skeptical of Mary Jane's claims, but after some consideration, and possibly because of rumors circulating in town, he agreed to reopen the case.
Oh, thank you, John Preston.
The body of Zona Heister Shue was exhumed in February of 1897. She was buried January 24th.
Okay, so just a
month. A month after her burial.
She's probably still fresh.
A thorough autopsy was conducted by Dr. Knapp and 2 other doctors. This time, there was no grieving husband hovering over the scene, and the doctors could examine the body properly.
Who were the other 2 doctors? If it was Dr. Knapp, was it Dr. Slumber and Dr. Sleep?
Okay, very funny. Their findings were shocking. Zona's neck had indeed been broken. They found clear evidence of strangulation. The windpipe was crushed, and there were bruises around her neck. Her vertebrae between her first and second cervical bones were dislocated, confirming her neck had been snapped.
Holy fuck, this guy must have been so powerful.
The cause of death was now officially listed as homicide. With this newfound evidence, Edward Shue was arrested and charged with the murder of his wife. The trial of Edward Shue took place in June of 1897, and it was one of the most talked about events in Greenbrier County history. During the trial, Mary Jane Heister was called to testify. Prosecutors were careful not to dwell too much on the ghostly visions, as they didn't want to undermine their case with superstitions. However, defense attorneys, realizing the unusual circumstances surrounding the exhumation, pressed Mary Jane about her visits from Zona's ghost.
They pressed her.
Surprisingly, Mary Jane did not waver. She stood firm and told the jury exactly what happened, explaining how her daughter had appeared to her in the night and revealed the truth of her death. While the jury was not legally supposed to consider ghostly testimonies, it's believed that this unusual element played a significant role in swaying the public opinion, and possibly the jury's. In the end, Edward Shue was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison, but died only 3 years later in 1900 from an epidemic that swept through the prison.
Nice.
Though Zona's ghost was never seen again after the trial, her story lived on. Locals called her the Greenbrier Ghost, and her case became one of the most famous examples of paranormal testimony leading to a conviction.
Oh, there's others.
I guess so.
Oh.
The Greenbrier Ghost remains a remarkable tale of love, betrayal, and justice from beyond the grave. Some see it as a story of a mother's unrelenting quest for the truth. Others perhaps see it as proof that the spirit world may not be as far from our own as we would like to believe.
Wow. That was a nice end to it.
Thank you.
Are there any pictures?
Yes. So that's Zona, and that is Erasmus Trout Shue.
He looks like he smells like trout.
It's not what you picture, eh?
No.
Like you picture like this burly bearded man.
This guy looks like he's sold like straw hats door to door.
Or like, yeah, and he comes with one in his hand and, excuse me, miss, is the man of the house home?
Would you like an ice cream?
Yeah.
We got plenty of flavors.
But also like he looks like a bit like Dave Franco or something. Don't you think he kind of looks like a Dave
Which
Franco?
one is Dave Franco?
The younger one.
I can't think
21
of it.
Jump Street.
I can't think of Dave Franco. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I see a bit of Dave Franco in that gent.
Let me just take a look. Yeah. His eyebrows need to go down his face probably at least a little bit more.
They're pretty damn similar. They look like the same person.
Well,
now that
not really. Like, the nose isn't there. Dave Franco has huge eyebrows. Like, did he
Dave-
steal those from Eugene Levy? Like, what is going on there?
He's a sexy man.
And his smile. Like, it's like, when he smiles, it's like, hey, I'm wearing lip liner.
The room lights up. Who do you think's better looking, Dave Franco or James Franco?
Oh, pull up James. real
James
quick.
isn't... that's not James Franco.
James Charles? Who the fuck is that bitch? Or is that a man?
That's a man.
James Franco looks like he has a better sense of humor.
But
Dave definitely got more pussy.
James Franco, well, I don't know. James Franco did have that scandal, though.
What scandal?
Where, like, but he was misled. He allegedly was misled. I don't want to start rumors or anything because I like James Franco. But apparently he was, like, texting a girl, sexting a girl or something, and it turned out she was underage, but she had lied about her age.
As
I think
girls do.
I lied about my age. It didn't get me into any trouble, but, like, I did lie about my age.
Look at that picture of him there. He looks like Justin Trudeau's father.
Oh, yeah.
Fidel Castro.
He's
Holy shit.
he's cute though. He's got like my eyes squint when I smile.
Yeah. But his crow's feet, like, they're like turkey crow's feet. Like, they just are huge now.
Hey,
Yeah, that's okay.
That's just as signs of lots of laughing.
Yeah, the Francos are good-looking people. That's a tough decision.
I know.
It's not like the Wahlbergs. You know,
Yeah.
it's easy to pick the one out that's not good-looking.
You can tell they're brothers though. Anyways, we got so off the rails. But yeah, Elizabeth Shue was... No, I think that's still Elizabeth. Elizabeth Shue. I'm talking about the
It's
actress.
Elizabeth Shue. Zana.
Zana Shue.
Zana Shue. God, that one picture of her, it looks like she was strangled, just before. Even her hair's a little bit messed up. Mm-hmm. That's why she liked the stiff collars. It's
His
like
bow
gave her a little bit of
ties.
protection.
His bow tie is terrible.
He looks like a twerp.
Yeah.
He looks like someone who puts Crisco in his fucking hair.
He doesn't look like the type. I don't know.
What was his job? What did he do that he needed a little boy to run an errand for him?
No. He didn't have a little boy running an errand for him. The little boy was sent over to their house to run an errand for the boy's mother.
Oh, I clearly wasn't listening to you. Well, that was a fascinating story.
I thought so. And you know what? Like, you know me. I do believe in ghosts and in the paranormal. I find it very interesting that the mother got it so bang on. I would tend to believe that she really was visited.
Now, was there other, evidence?
Well, there was the autopsy.
Yeah, so her neck was broken. Anyone could have broken
and there was bruising around
But,
her.
was there anything else connecting that to the dude, to her husband?
He might have.
Like, was there like
know.
character witnesses or something like that saying, no, he was a bit of an abuser?
Yeah, I'm sure there was. I didn't come across anything stating that, but I'm sure there was.
All right, well, we'll all believe you. Shall we do our quote of the day?
Yeah, who are we doing again? Oh, we were doing Chris Tucker, right?
And now let us ponder and listen to the wise musings of his Tuckeredness, Christopher Tucker. One thing about me, when I make a decision about something, I realize when you make choices in life, that dictates your life.
Right on.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, and I love the tags for this quote. Choices, decision, realizing.
Thank you, Chris.
Very enlightening. And
One thing about me!
it has 14 likes.
It does have 14 likes. Okay. And you get to copy the quote in case you're really bad at
Unless you
highlighting and fucking hitting Control C.
Yeah, if you want to make that your Facebook status for a bit.
Here, we'll toss in one more. My mom raised me to never have anything control me. No, it's my mom raised me to never have anything control me.
Beautiful.
Well, my mom raised me to be a people-pleasing idiot, and by God, I finally got over that in my 30s. Good for you, Christopher. Good for you, born in 1971.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us for this ghostly story.
Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bless your hearts. Good luck. Drive home safe.
Bye.
Oh, God.
You can check us out on YouTube at Catam Concoction.
That's CATAM CONCOCTION.
And on Instagram at cast_Aghast.
Remember, there's a silent H.
Well, hi there, good... Oh, Jesus.
The center of this story is Elva Zona Heister.
Heister? Elva, what the fuck is...
Is it Heister or Heister? At the center of this story is Elva Zona Heister.
You just said that.
Well, I was redoing it.
Okay. Well, keep going. Don't let me stop you.
A young woman who had recently married a blacksmith named Erasmus Stribling. Oh
my God.
No, hold on.
What is with these names?
I gotta start over.
These are crazy names.
A thorough autopsy. Can you scratch between my shoulder blades?
Oh, what is with you
Up,
and your
up.
shoulder blades? I'm going up. Now, this is not your shoulder blades. This
Down.
is your fucking neck.
Between my shoulder blades, I said.
You don't know feelings. Good enough?
Yes.
You need some more?
Where did I leave off?
You got some itchy bras. Maybe you should wash them every once in a while.
I do. Oh, I have to read. I was like sleeping during that.
Yeah. No.
I like gave up halfway through that paragraph.
I am now going to be monotone as I read this paragraph.
I heard it and I was like, do I bother?
I will not pronunciate any of the pronunciations. I will fuck grammar and just continue on. I don't care about punctuation.
Though Zona's ghost was never seen again. I'm gonna sneeze.
Yep, go. Yeah, just crush your nose and rub it counterclockwise 30 times. Yeah, that'll loosen up the snot.
Though Zona's ghost was never seen again.
You were just thinking of that. I'll make that one of our future disclaimers.
No, don't
You got that tickle on one of your long Portuguese nose hairs. You got this.
You made me laugh. Though Zona's ghost was never seen again after the trial, her story lived on.
Boy, did it ever.
What's wrong with your hand over here? It's got a patch on it.
Look, I'm ugly.
Though Zona's ghost was never seen...
Yeah, be serious.